Another great way to help you qualify your leads is doing really good research. Here's a story for you. One time, one of my clients had a buyer reach out to them and tell them that he was interested in two purchases: a condo that he can Airbnb up to $1.5 million and a single family home in Miami Beach up to $2.5 million. Now, of course, my client was overly ecstatic about being able to help a buyer purchase basically $3 to $4 million in property. What a great month that would be, right? Except the buyer was a flop. The buyer wasn't real. The buyer made her go on tours, made her look at properties for him, kept saying he was going to come down to visit so that he can see the properties himself. And it turned out that he was more of a looky-loo than anything else. Could she have avoided some of this had she done some real research on this buyer? Now, you can Google somebody, see who they are, see what they do for a living, see if what they're telling you is true. This gentleman, once we found out that he was kind of a little bit off and something didn't seem right, he kept saying he owned some dentistry clinics and he owned some other stuff. And we did the research and we found none of it. There are some online services that would help you figure out who the person is, where they live, where they're from, what their annual income is, if they have a job or own businesses. And these online services are not very expensive and they're worth being able to do the research to find out if you're wasting your time or not. Social media is another one, because you can go to the person's social media and potentially qualify to see if what they're telling you is true. If I own a dentistry clinic, chances are I might have some pictures on social media in my dentist office or with my dentist or whatever the case is. If you're capable of doing this sort of research, then that's going to help you in qualifying the potential buyers and sellers that you're working with. In a world that we live in today, where we have access to so much information at our fingertips, there is absolutely no reason why we should be working with unqualified clients. More importantly, and this is a complete side note, but still very important, the potential to understand that if the client you're about to meet is dangerous or not. There are many, many, many real estate agents meeting clients for the first time at an empty home. And you don't know who you're meeting. This is the first time you're interacting with them in person. And had you done just some simple research, you could have made an educated decision on whether or not that was a smart idea.